Hello and welcome to Easy Gourmet. My name is Matt and today I want to show you how to cook salmon in a bag. With Valentine's Day coming soon, this is a great dish to make and will not stress you out. The end result is elegant and delicious and will surely impress whoever you make it for. Okay, so in here I have 200 grams of my large grain couscous, the zest of 1 lemon, some cinnamon, 5 grams of salt, and I'm now going to pour in the lemon juice from that lemon, and I'm just going to pour in 300 millilitres of boiling hot water. And the trick is to stir that to distribute all the ingredients thoroughly. And now we'll cover that and we're just going to leave that to cool down. Okay, so that's just absorbing nicely. Cover that completely with cling film. Make sure it's totally airtight, and we'll leave that until it's cool. So we're going to put some fennel in our fish in a bag today, and we're going to use a mandolin or a slicer to get some nice thin slices. If you don't have a mandolin, it's fine. Use a knife, but always cut it in half before you slice it, and then slice across. Right, so a very thin setting, and I'm just going to gently, in one smooth movement, push down. I'm going to get rid of that because that's just the bottom and it's a little bit discoloured, and then just shave that nicely. I turn it round halfway through the slicing just to keep even. And you'll find when we've cooked this later, it won't be overpowering in terms of fennel flavour, but it will still have a lovely little crunch going through it when it comes out of the oven. And that's probably enough for two. Just do a little bit extra. Beautiful. Okay, so to make our bags, you basically take a nice 40 centimetre approximately piece of silver foil, and always have the reflective side of the foil facing upwards because that's going to be the inside of our bag. And then a piece of baking parchment will go in between. There's a little top tip to stop things slipping around. I just do a couple of sprays of oil. You can just do it by hand if you haven't got some spray, and then just spread that on like that, and then that will form the basis of the bag that we're going to cook our beautiful piece of salmon in shortly. Okay, so today we're doing this dish with some beautiful, succulent, sustainably farmed salmon. If you want to use a different fish, feel free to. We can use gurnard, sea bass, sea bream, whatever you do, please try and take the effort to go and buy your fish from a fishmonger, and make sure you always use sustainably caught fish. Okay, to remove the skin, really simple, flip them over. You could always get your fishmonger to do this for you, and I just run a knife, keeping it very horizontal along the skin like this. Always taking care of your fingers, please. If you keep the knife flat, you end up with that lovely piece of salmon with no skin and no flesh on the skin. One more. There you go. And now we're ready to make our salmon in a bag. To assemble the filling for our salmon in a bag, take a nice big bowl, take 150 grams of your lovely large grain couscous that you've made, 40 grams of the shaved fennel, our sliced red chilli. I've taken the seeds out, but if you like it a little bit spicier, keep the seeds in. Some beautiful fresh picked parsley, washed and dried. Some sliced tomatoes. We're using some little Datterini tomatoes here. About 3 or 4 slices of lemon. And some caper and anchovy. And that is part of the reason I will not add any salt to this now. I'm going to give it a few twists of pepper, and then we're just going to gently, with a spoon, take a little bit of olive oil, drizzle that in. It's about 10 mils. And then with a spoon, just lightly mix that all together. And that's our beautiful garnish that we're going to cook the salmon on in that bag. Okay, so these are our lovely ingredients that we mixed earlier, now ready to place in the centre of the bag. And do make sure you thoroughly combine all of those ingredients together. And then just with a spoon, create a nice even mound in the centre of your bag. That's good. And now we'll just take a piece of fish. I'm just going to flatten it a little bit and put our fish over the top. Next stage is to seal the bag up. The trick here is to make sure we create a really good seal when we close this bag. So take each side and we're just going to lock them together like this, and then we're going to fold down twice and then just bring that together. The foil will hold it all together. And then we're going to work the end, and I just work that by bringing it together and folding it over. It's almost like making a large Cornish pasty, and you just fold it into itself. And this will create that lovely airtight seal, so that when we cook this in the oven, everything steams together and you get this amazing flavour when we open it up later. There, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, and then just fold it in on itself along the top. And then what I do for good measure is just do it all again and make sure we're totally sealed up. The great thing about this dish, you can do this several hours before you need it. You could do this 3-4 hours before, and you can leave these in the fridge, and all you've got to do at the end is just stick that in the oven. Top tip, and really important, always preheat your oven before you cook the fish in a bag. This is going to be cooked at 200 degrees C, and we're going to cook it for 20 minutes. And I always cook it in a pan or on a tray, so it's easier to take it in and out of the oven. You're not trying to carry this and you might risk dropping it. So a few minutes before your fish in a bag is ready, just on a low heat, just get your passata on and we'll warm that through. And I will just put a little bit of seasoning in there. Not a lot, because we've got plenty of seasoning in the fish. We'll just let that warm up. I'm just going to take that out on the board. Now, there's a lot of steam going on in here, it's very hot. So the best way to open this is with some scissors. And I normally just go along the top here. First thing to garnish with is some of that hot passata. And just be quite generous with that, because you want to have that to eat all the way through. Then we'll just add a lemon wedge on the side. Really excited to try this, it smells great. So I'm going to squeeze a bit of lemon on and get straight into it. That fish is just perfectly cooked. Yeah, really good. Nice amount of chilli, lemon's delicious. You're going to enjoy this, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Easy Gourmet. We really do appreciate it. Please do give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or if you would like more content like this, please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you very soon, I hope. Take care. Bye.